Alright everyone, another week, another Odyssey. I wonder if this is the Christmas one or if we're still a week away from that one. We'll see. A brand new home. Oh, it's about Quincy. That's adorable. Quincy is on the market for a new house. Think you can help him find his one true home? Okay. What's the bet that his one true home is something fucking ridiculous like Dark Castle? Ooh, Haunted Mansion? I think that's what that map's called. Anyway, interesting. Okay. I thought it was going to be something insane like Dark Castle for some weird reason. Right, let's have a look. What have we got here? Oh, this looks like a basic Odyssey. You guys will not need my help for this one at least by the first map. Right, Town Center hard standard 1 to 60, Resort hard standard 1 to 65, The Cabin hard Magic Monkeys only. Okay, 6 to 60. All right. A little bit of a step up there. Quiet Street hard reverse. That's just Quiet Street. And Midnight Mansion hard standard 20 to 75, 3,500 to start. All right, this should be chill. I'm assuming we are gonna be Quincy. I mean, what else could we be? Yeah, okay. Cool. Classic Quincy. We want some dart monkeys. What do we want? Snipers, probably. A plane, a boat. Ooh, I'm liking the non-restrictions. Really appreciative of that. Let's get a Ninja Alk in here for the old time's sake. Druids, maybe a banana farm, why not? And maybe a Spectry. What maps have we got? Okay. So these two might be a bit of a pain with a Spectry, but the other three seem quite nice. And I have actually played Midnight Mansion. It is a rather difficult map, if I'm honest. I don't even know where I would put Quincy. Okay. Yeah, Midnight Mansion, not the most intuitive map, honestly. So I feel like I should probably plan around that. Maybe ditch you. Actually, no, yeah. Midnight Mansion is a very good map to base this whole Odyssey on, because you actually can't place a lot of the bigger towers. You cannot place a banana farm anywhere on Midnight Mansion. You can't even place a plane, I don't think. So it's useless to try and stack up on a lot of them. I guess just more druids. Yeah, I think that'll do it. I think that'll relatively protect us. 2 wizards, 2 shimmers, Ninja Out combo, 4 druids, some dart monkeys, and we've got Quincy. I think that'll do us fairly well on Midnight Mansion. Alright. But anyway, getting too far ahead of ourselves. Let's start at the start on Town Center. Alright. Oh, it feels like it's been years since I've placed Quincy down. Hold on, let's really get back into the groove of it. Let's really remember him, because I don't think we'll be using him that often, so we may as well hear some very, very full of bullshit voice lines.
The pack is ready.
The pack is ready. Okay. He hasn't lied to us yet. Here it comes, though. I'm waiting for him to say he never misses. Or maybe that's only base Quincy. Maybe Wolfpack Quincy admits that he can miss.
Quiet. Yeah, I am Quincy of Pack Quincy.
That is still rather quiet.
More.
Whoa. Okay. Anyway, we good here? Oh yeah, the placement is perfect. Right, what are we gonna do? We are gonna start off with a druid. I've been a big fan of the druids lately. Middle path is insane, bottom path is also insane, top path can become insane pretty damn quickly too, so I think, yeah, druids I think are my most used tower as of late.
More.
Which is interesting. Okay, it's been like, what, 1.5 rounds and you've already started repeating voice lines? Shut up, Quincy. Anyway, I went to work today. Just rattle off a bit of a story. And it's actually got a very bizarre end before I actually started the stream, in fact. But yeah, went to work. Work was great. I got put on only things that I wanted to do, which was beautiful. Stayed back a little bit to help out with some maintenance stuff, and then I got picked up. And then, well, the people I'm about to be talking about aren't in the house at the moment, so I am free to talk freely. I went out and bought some Christmas presents. Oh yeah, that tastes like detergent. So I went out and got some Christmas presents. I went to a hardware store known as Bunnings. If you're from Australia, that should immediately ring a bell. Good old Bunnings, classic Aussie hardware store. It's got everything you could need, and it's got plants. But yeah, so I went there, grabbed myself, oh, not myself, but my family, shovel, an axe, some knives, some scissors, and 2 plants. Right? So I got the axe and the knives for my dad, because we do a lot of wood chopping. Not now, it's fucking summer. We don't need a wood fire. But yeah, we do a lot of wood chopping in the wintertime, and I'm not gonna lie, 2 of my presents do have a bit more significance than just we need one of these, or we need a better one of these. But I'll get into that in a bit. So yeah, got an axe, some knives, the shovel, and some scissors. So the axe and knives are for my dad, the shovel and the scissors are for my mum, because our scissors in the household are shit. We needed more. And the shovel is for another reason that I'll bring up later. And then I got 2 plants for my sister, who is looking to pimp out her backyard. She's recently purchased a new house, and so there is a lack of green in the backyard. So I'm helping her pimp it out. Nothing too crazy, just like little plants, either ones that can spread across the floor or just ones that spread up and out as big sort of bushy hedge wall things. But yeah, and then I got home. I then had to sneak everything past my mum, which was difficult, not gonna lie. I went through the back door, through the garage door, and I put the box of all the stuff that I had, plus the shovel and the axe, down just inside of the garage door, right? And then I thought to myself, right, I'll go in, I'll put down all the stuff that I brought for work, like my bag and my lunchbox and shit that I had for work, and then I'll come back out, grab all the stuff, try and sneak it in as best I can, and we'll just see how things go, right? My mum was in the living room, which, obviously you don't know the layout of my house, but essentially, if you want to get from the back door to my room, you need to go past the living room. So, I decided not to do it all at once, which I think was a very smart idea. So at first, it looked like she was quite restless, and as I was walking through with just like my bag, she was like turning around and being like, oh, hi, how you doing, how was work, sort of thing. So I was like, okay, I see what game we're playing here. And so when I saw that she was, you know, visibly sort of looking and had her peepers out. That sounds wrong. I should have just stuck with eyeballs. Had her eyeballs on me. It was very clear to me then that this was not going to be a very easy thing to do. So, like I said, went to my room, dropped my bag, dropped my lunchbox and shit, and then immediately, like out of a fucking horror movie, right? For some reason, my mum stops watching TV, gets up, and heads to go outside. Now, this is where all of the Christmas presents currently were, because I had abandoned them all in order to put my shit down, get changed into more comfy, less long pant and long shirt related clothing, and then go back out and get them. But as I was in my room, she just gunned it for outside. Now, there is a window in my room. It does not lead directly to the outside, but it leads to another room which you can basically see outside looking through another window in that room after already looking through the window in my room. If that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but essentially, the reason I knew she was gunning it to go straight outside was because I could see her at the door about to open it. So that obviously couldn't happen, right? Otherwise she'd see all the presents, it would be spoiled, it would be a terrible Christmas, and everybody's house would probably light on fire due to the fact, right? So, I did what all good, poorly timed comic relief movies do when someone's about to uncover something. I just screamed, "Hey! Wait!" to buy myself time to formulate some sort of actual reason why I interrupted what she was doing as she was just about to go outside. So, luckily, I accidentally did something earlier in the day that gave me an out, right? So, at the place that I work, to the workers, they give out some free fruit, right? And my mum always complains about, first of all, the price of, and second of all, it's mainly just the price of various fruits and things. And I happen to know that in her breakfast every day, she, in quotes, can't have it without banana. And so luckily enough, there were free fruit at the workplace. Bananas were there. Usually they get snatched up real quick before the end of the day. Luckily, I saw they were there first in the morning, grabbed them real quick, shoved them in my bag, all good to go. Right? So, luckily for me, I had an excuse. So as she was just about to go outside and witness all of the Christmas... Shit, dropped my phone. All of the Christmas glory to be absolutely ruined, I said, "Hey, wait." And then I left her hanging, you know? Sometimes you just gotta leave them hanging so that they're like, "Ooh, what's happening? What's happening?" I'm in suspense. I'm waiting, because that's what she said, but still, what's happening? I'm not sure, right? So then I said, "Ooh, wait." So she started waiting. So then I quickly rushed out of my room, picked up the bananas from my bag, and she met me halfway. So she came back through into the house, met me halfway, and I promptly handed the bananas to her and said, "Here you go. These are from work." Which, admittedly, it went a lot more smooth than I expected it to, but it was also quite sus. Like, I very easily could have just been like, "I'll wait for her to come back in, and then I'll give them to her." And I think she realizes that. She realized that something went on in that interaction, but she doesn't know fully what. So yeah, I interrupted. I said, "Wait." We met halfway. I handed her the bananas, and I did not take them back. I did not. I handed them to her, and I was like, "This is your responsibility now." And she was not gonna take those outside for whatever reason she was originally going outside in the first place for anyway. So, that was good. She took the bananas. I went to go outside, and she said, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" So, you know, admittedly, she kind of knew something was happening, and so I just said, "Outside." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Alright, sure." And so then I went out there, and then this is the more painful part of the situation. Because I already had a difficult time maneuvering with all the stuff in general, just because it was an axe, a shovel, a box, knives and scissors, and 2 plants, right? Somehow I managed to carry all that by myself. But now I had to smuggle most of those into the house. The things I couldn't smuggle in, obviously the 2 plants. They have to stay outside, and I have to look after them until Christmas occurs, which frightens me a lot. But luckily I've got a pretty good gardener of a sister to help me out with that endeavor. And it's not the sister I'm actually giving the present to. Luckily for me. So, I thought to myself, what's the easiest thing to take in first? Probably the knives and the scissors. They're quite flat, they're quite small, very easily disguised and hidden. It could work. So, I put them in a bag, a little bag. It's see-through bag, so it wasn't really stopping anything. It was just more convenient to carry. But yes, I put them in a bag. I was about to go back in, but then my mum was there again. And she said to me, "What do you want for dinner?" Now, I had no idea, so I just responded that way. First of all, to buy time, because I was pretty much at the door, and the only thing stopping her from seeing the things I was about to bring in was me, like, stretching my arm out as far to the right as possible, so that my arm was behind the wall. Admittedly, it didn't look that crazy, because my hand and my right side of my body was already partially behind the wall. I was just making sure it was well out of view. So, so she said, "What do you want for dinner?" I was like, "I don't know." And out of nowhere, she just said Subway. And I was like, yes, perfect. I'll give you a complicated Subway to get, and then we'll be good, because I can use that time very, very valuably. Very efficiently. That's it. And so she said, "Yeah, sure. All right, I'll head out in a bit," which is fine. But then she went back to watching TV. So she must have either forgotten what she was going to go and do outside, or it suddenly wasn't that important. Or, option C, she knew exactly what was going on with me at the time and thought, you know what, maybe I'll watch TV, you know? Either way, she went back to watching TV. And by this point, I had realized she's pretty on the ball with this. So instead of just carrying the knives and the scissors in, I put them just in, like, don't get me wrong, this is in a bag, wrapped in plastic, and also they're wrapped in, like, cardboard as well. So I just, like, tucked them down the back lip of my work pants, right? Now, I work in a freezing cold environment. It's not sweaty. I showered the morning. It's fresh clothes. It's not gross. It was in a bag. It was in cardboard. It's all good. So I just slip. I didn't like fully shove them down. I just got them on the lip, and then I tucked them under my shirt. Right? Very simple, very straightforward. Looks casual. It was fairly sturdy. It was all good. Right? So that, very easy, just walk straight through, didn't even turn, didn't even look, walk straight through, straight into my room, bam, hide them under the covers, done, saved. Those are good. The more difficult part was going to be the axe and the shovel, because those are a lot harder to hide. So, luckily she was still engrossed in the show, so I went back outside, grabbed both the axe and the shovel, started walking inside, then realized that the bathroom light was on. Now, I mean, it's only me and her in the house at the moment, so I was like, okay, for whatever reason, she's in the bathroom, that's good. The bathroom is like, it's also between the back door and my bedroom, but it's a little offshoot rather than the living room, which is more open and public, right? So, in theory, wouldn't have been that bad to try and sneak past. However, as I was bringing both the axe and the shovel through, because I thought the less time I fuck around trying to bring every individual item in one at a time, the better. So I was trying to bring both the axe and the shovel through. As I got like halfway, I looked down the hallway, the bathroom door was open, and the light had just been switched off and she started heading out. She didn't see me, but I quickly retreated because she was exactly between me and my room, and that was not good. That was not good. And those are the behemoths that I'd be trying to hide. Like, these aren't like just like a hand axe and a small dainty little shovel thing. No, this was full-size stuff. So I backed up pretty much all the way back to outside, and then I waited, and then I suddenly was like, okay, maybe I'll go back and check. Went back in, checked. She was watching TV again. Great. Grabbed them both, shuffled quickly and quietly through the house. Managed to make it past without her turning her head, I don't think. I didn't look long enough in order to gauge that for sure, but by the time I did look and checked that she wasn't looking, the shovel and the axe were well hidden by my own body, right? They were in front of me as I was walking forwards, and she would have been looking from behind if she looked. But that was it. Mission was accomplished. Everything was nice and locked up in my room, and it was all good. So there, that's been my pretty much hectic day. Oh, also, the thing about the axe and the shovel, there's a bit more to it than just a regular Christmas present, because at some point in time, I couldn't pinpoint an exact date, but I may have, at some point, completely accidentally broken a shovel and an axe that we've owned in the past. Now, it was entirely my fault, but at the same time, I couldn't help it, because sometimes you just have raw power that can't be contained by mere mortal weapons. So, whilst using the axe and the shovel appropriately, I might add, appropriately, I wasn't swinging the axe at concrete and digging up fucking wood with the shovel. So yes, I was using them appropriately. But yeah, at some point in time, the axe head didn't break, the axe handle broke near the head. Luckily, it didn't break fully. It sort of half broke, so it just sort of splintered. But obviously, at that point, it's still kind of useless. And the shovel bent. It was a metal shovel, so not great when you manage to bend a shovel. Anyway, so that's why I got them replacements. Plus, at the time that I broke them, I didn't have the money to pay them back, so now that I've got a job, I am doing so whilst also turning it into a Christmas present. Yeah. Anyway, that's why I got backup presents as well, the knives and the scissors. So, that's been pretty much my endeavor today. Now, my only task left is to figure out how the fuck you wrap a shovel and an axe without making it look like a shovel and an axe. And so far, my go-to plan has been get 4 empty Weet-Bix boxes, or for those who are unfamiliar with the Weet-Bix, 4 empty cereal boxes, stack them up, cut holes all the way through, put the items in it, tape that whole thing up together so it's a nice big solid box, and boom. I don't need to go out and buy a box. It didn't come in a box because that would have been wasteful, and it would have been wasteful if I had bought a new box when I've got so many empty boxes laying around. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna go do now. I need to finish taping up the boxes, wrap it up in actual Christmas paper, and then hopefully it'll be stable. It'll definitely rattle around in the box, but it's not like they're gonna break each other, you know? I hope. We'll see. Anyway, this has been a brand new home, part 1. Trying to find Quincy's new house, which is apparently gonna be a midnight mansion, which is pretty damn cool. It's pretty damn cool. Anyway, Like I said, this Odyssey should be pretty chill. You guys can fly through it at your own pace. Don't even need me, probably don't even need monkey knowledge. So, that'll do it from me. I've got some Christmas presents to wrap and some water to drink because I'm thirsty. So, thank you all so much for listening. Listening? Watching? Watching, I guess, but listening mainly, because, yeah, these 2 maps easy. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as usual, part 2 will be out tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Take care, everyone. Have a great week.